In times past, the elephant population in Thailand numbered over 100,000. Elephants were used in forest logging, long-distance travel, and warfare. When the jungles were turned into cities, many elephants were left without jobs, and there were demands for their ivory and other body parts through the black market. In fact, there was a time when the elephants of Thailand were threatened with the risk of extinction. But what about now? Where do the elephants of Thailand stand in this day and age? What is the current elephant population? As long as there are natural sources of food and water, we still have the ways and means to manage the elephant population to a size and status that isn't too small or too large, even though their forest habitat is still diminishing. From a survey on the elephant population conducted in 2003, good news was uncovered that wild elephants had survived the risk of extinction, with a potential population increase of 7%. Wild elephants are now spread all over the country's 7 forest zones. The current wild elephant population is 2,000 to 3,000. As for the domestic population, there are around 2,000 elephants in the care of mahouts. They are used for work, and a number of them are used in royal ceremonies, although most are trained for use in tourism. It's the income from tourism that allows elephants to be well cared for. The tourism industry has been suffering due to the coronavirus situation, with elephant facilities having to close down. Because of the health crisis, both elephants and mahouts have been out of work for some months now. But the elephants are lucky to have members of the Thai public who continue to show care and concern for their well-being. These dedicated people have been kind enough to deliver them food almost every day. The kindness of Thai people doesn't only extend to fellow human beings. Here at Elephant Stay, which is the homestay for volunteers who care for elephants throughout the duration of their period of accommodation, we can see how the elephants and the people who live alongside them adapt together on a daily basis in order to get through the pandemic crisis situation. Social media has become an invaluable tool of communication for the new era for bridging distances. The world of Thailand's elephants. It's almost impossible to get to keep and own an elephant if that elephant has not been inherited within the mahout family. But over 14 years, 2 Australian women, Michelle Reedy and Awa Narkowitz, have cared for the retired elephants of the Ayutthaya Royal Kraal. In return for their devotion, the founder of the Elephant Kraal Village has given them Soy Siri, who has become another member of their family. Those who come to stay at Elephant Stay can make their own memories with the elephants here. Pang Rasame has been selected as our team's companion. Getting to know an elephant for the first time requires feeding them their favorite treats. Just like the stereotype, elephants do have good memories and can remember a person from the time of their introduction. The elephant knows that the keeper has guaranteed the safety of allowing us to come close enough to touch the elephant. It's the first touch that begins the relationship of trust. Once a personal relationship is established with a particular elephant, Michelle tells us not to interact with other elephants with the same level of closeness. Michelle then tells us about Rasame's personality and temperament, and this is the information that we will use in developing a relationship with the elephant.
Rasame is extroverted. She's like happy, always smiling, wants to eat lots of food, very headstrong, and she will play with her chain and she will do different things. She's an extrovert. I'm looking at the guests. I'm looking at how old they are, how tall, if they're fat or skinny, if their fitness, if they have any problems like a bad back, a bad knee. I look at all of that and their personality and then try and match them up with the elephant.
Rosokon, Romrue, Jompe, Hani, and Yito are retired elephants who no longer go out to work. Their care unit is separate from the others. An elephant eats over 200 kilograms per day, even though these female elephants have been placed on a restricted diet. What has been added to their diet are vitamins and medicinal products. The only elephant in the care of our team is Pang Rasame, and the time has come for us to ride Rasame and take her bathing. Natural sources of water are essential for elephants, since an elephant drinks about 200 liters of water per day. The elephants look so happy when they spray water onto their bodies. Then they dip themselves into the water to get cool and clean. But the elephant doesn't forget that we are still riding them. Signaling to the elephant to get them to follow commands becomes the first call of duty in the event that the elephants display stubborn behavior. American officer Lexi Samartha is another elephant lover who has been working here for almost 3 years. Lexi has been in love with elephants ever since she was a child. She tells us that she used to work in a zoo before she decided to turn her dreams into reality by traveling to Zimbabwe and Cambodia to learn about elephants. Then she submitted an application to work at the Royal Kraal village in Thailand's Old Kingdom, the place that she came to fall in love with.
Before I came to Thailand, I didn't know much about your history with them. And since being here and learning from Michelle and Eva and Piam and Pilek and learning how significant elephants are, I think it's very important that we try to help as much as we can for the elephants that are here, because they're so important to your culture and your history. And if we as foreigners can help share what we know to other foreigners so that they have a better understanding, because I think a lot of it's in Thai, and so foreigners aren't learning Thai to read, to understand. So if we can help that, because I think it's important.
Lexi's companion is Romrue, a 50-year-old mother of 2. As Romrue's keeper, Lexi tells us that the elephant's personality is not so much different from her own.
Romrue can be very easygoing. Everything She's very much like me. We can both, okay, go with the flow. But if something upsets us, we can get very upset. And same with her. She can be very scared a little bit. But if she doesn't like something, she will tell you and she will not put up with it. So I think we're similar in that way, where we're very easygoing. But if we don't like something, we'll let you know.
Have you ever dreamed about number before?
Have I ever
Dream about
Yes. I
Yeah.
dream about them a lot. Sometimes I have dreams where I get stuck and they have to come help me. And I've dreamt that before. But Rummerway didn't help me. Rasami saved me. But yeah, I dream about them all the time. And when I, go home back to America for holiday, I always think about her and the other elephants and happy to see my family, but I want to come back here so I can be with them.
On the morning of the second day, Michelle tells us to finish up our cleaning duties before the elephants are taken back to their post here. The elephants are thoroughly familiar with these daily activities. They flap their ears and sway their heads, indicating that they are in a good mood because they know that breakfast time is near. Once the elephants are moved from the post where they rest and sleep, Michelle shows us an easy way of observing an elephant's state of health. We follow Michelle to the different spots and watch her poking at elephant dung. One lump here, one lump there. She invites us to observe the dung of each individual elephant.
This is looser. It means that she's probably had a bit too much fruit, or the watermelon especially, so I'll let them know not to give her any watermelon today. Try and cut out the fruit. Maybe some mungao will be okay, but not the mango, the watermelon.
or juicy food?
Yeah, the sweet stuff. And water, a lot of water. So she could have cucumbers, she could have corn, be all right. But see this? See all the black seeds? See the seeds? This is from watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably the watermelon was too ripe. So Rasami is a younger elephant, so her teeth are really good. So you can see it's broken down a lot better, and it's, see, a lot more. It's not bigger pieces. But it looks dry because it's been in the sun, but when you open it up, there's a lot of moisture in there, which means she's had lots of water, so she's not dehydrated.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all good.
This means she's healthy, right?
Yeah, she's healthy done.
And what do you do with the dung after you clean it?
Well, we use it for fertiliser, so it goes into a compost and make fertiliser from it, and we use it on the farm for the grass. We've made paper from it, elephant dung paper, which we'll then paint. So lots of there's lots of uses for it. They even made little fertiliser sticks out of it before, and things like that.
Training elephants to listen to verbal commands is normal for domestic elephants that have to occupy restricted space, depending upon the environment in which they were born and grew up. If an elephant gets out of control, they become a danger to other elephants and to people. Elephants are sensitive to even the lowest sound frequencies. They remember the voices of their mahouts or keepers. But depending upon the elephant's mood, it may be necessary to use husbandry tools like the takal to get the elephant to listen. Chains must also be used to tether the elephant. Animal rights activists see these husbandry methods as a form of animal cruelty. As an elephant keeper, Michelle points out the differences between wild elephants and domestic elephants. Just how should domestic elephants be cared for in an age where they are surrounded by human settlements, in an age where their jungle habitats are drastically reduced. In the old days, pakom ropes were used as tethering equipment during the procedures of wild elephant captures. The ancient Kachagam manual provides instructions on how to capture, tame, and train elephants, and also includes information of the beliefs associated with the pakom rope made from buffalo skin or ox skin. It's believed that the pakom rope embodies the pakom elephant spirits and the ancestral spirits. Today we can still observe rituals relating to elephants and mahouts in Gui villages. The Center for Elephant Conservation has gathered together elephants and elephant people, including the Gui mahouts, who are the last group of elephant
ครับถ้า
keepers
ถามว่าชาวกุยเป็นใครชาวกุยก็คือเป็นคนชาวลาวใต้อยู่เมืองอัตตปือแสนแขวงอยู่ฝั่งแม่น้ำโขงด้านโน้นอพยพขึ้นมาช่วงใดไม่ทราบ แต่เราคาดประมาณว่าปลายกรุงศรีอยุธยางั้นจะเรียนท่านผู้ชมก่อนว่าชาวกุยเขาก็อยู่ของเขาแต่ชาวอยุธยาก็มีชาติพันธุ์ของเราก็คือมีชาวมอญนะครับจับช้างชาวไทยเรานี่แหละชาวลาวก็คือใครที่มีชาติพันธุ์อาชีพของช้างก็มารวมกันที่เนี่ยแล้วก็ฝึกช้างส่วนชาวกุยเนี่ยย้ายมาจากลาวใต้เดินอุบลเขาเรียกว่าอีสานใต้มาตั้งหลักแหล่งกันอยู่ที่เมืองสุรินทร์แล้วก็จับช้างคือมีตำนานและประวัติศาสตร์คือช้างของกรุงศรีอยุธยาหลุดเข้าไปคือเขาใหญ่นะครับเขาใหญ่เราปัจจุบันเนี่ยชาวกุยเนี่ยอาสามาจับช้างเพื่อจะถวายคืนพระเจ้าอยู่หัวก็พระราชทานเขาเรียกผ้านุ่งผ้ายศไปเขาเรียกผ้าม่วงแล้วก็ให้คนที่จับช้างได้เป็นเจ้าเมืองสุรินทร์คือพระยาสุรินทร์ภักดีจังวางคือเจ้าเมืองสุรินทร์นี่แหละแล้วมีหน้าที่ทำอะไรก็คือสอดส่องจับช้างได้รับพระราชทานชุดไปก็เลยไปแต่งกายผ้าม่วงนะครับแล้วมีวัฒนธรรมของเขาก็คือผู้ชายถอดเสื้อใส่ผ้าม่วงพระราชทานมีเครื่องไทยต่างๆ
In the past, sourcing a wild elephant was highly dangerous. Entry into the capture team required the leading members to go through the rites of passage that would qualify them to be elephant shamans. Most elephant shamans were senior gentlemen who organized and set out the elephant capture plans. The shamans also performed a series of rituals that began before entry into the jungle all the way to the post-capture procedures. The knowledge and skills of these senior gentlemen have been inherited by the younger generations. The positions of the younger members of the capture team are referred to as Ma or Ja. These junior members serve as assistants who during the capture procedures were placed behind the elephant shamans on elephant back.
Well, this Paniat Komcham has a lot of ghosts because of all those posts out there. When years ago when it was first put up, they put a head of a traitor under each post. So there's a lot of ghosts here. So you need to have a spirit house to respect it and weigh it so that we don't have bad things happen, that only good things will happen. So it is very important. There are different elephant villages that don't have a pakam. They're not a true elephant village. If they don't have a pakam, if they don't show respect to the ancestors and the spirits, elephants will go out of control. And pickanet, we've got to weigh pickanet is the remover of obstacles. So, and in elephant culture, pickanet is very revered.
As elephant keepers of the traditional school, Michelle and Awa consider the ancient rituals and belief systems as their own teachers. At the same time, they adapt presentation styles so that their model can be marketed towards the younger generation in an attempt to spread the message of elephant conservation. This is especially the case for their foreign friends who have visited and stayed here. These travelers have taken treasured memories back to their home countries of the individual elephants that were in their care and company. We'll also cherish the memories that we have made here, and it comes as no surprise that after the visitors have left, they do keep coming back and always keep in contact.
Well,
basically we came onto social media. We started in 2006, and I think my friend who came here, who's become one of our closest friends, she started the social media and said she was the one who said, you need to be on social media, because we had just started and social media had just started, and she said, this is something you really, really need to do. And so we've been on it pretty much the whole time. It's just that we've gone into other avenues like Instagram, which she tends to look after, and now TikTok has become something that we're doing because it's easy and fun. And I think, of course, there's a lot of serious things to do with elephants, but it's also, there's no reason to make it always serious, because people need joy in their lives. We need joy in our lives. And so anything that brings us and everyone joy is the best thing.
Elephants Day has set up many avenues of delivering knowledge and understanding. They have a support base of elephant lovers who are spread all over the globe. These supporters are always posting information for discussion and exchanging their own elephant experiences. We often see Michelle and Awa posting videos in which they present daily updates concerning the 6 elephants in their care. And there are also video clips of their child celebrity, little Nom Glau, for his devoted online fans.
Well, actually, Belinda has done a TikTok video of an elephant, like a baby elephant bath, and that's well over 1 million views. So we have had some things that have gone over 1 million, but it's hard to get that consistently. You know, what it translates into is really difficult to know, but it's just nice that a lot of people are seeing it and enjoying it. At the moment, this is more than enough. It's actually quite time consuming because all our elephants have their own individual pages, so it's a way to reach more people as well as give a more comprehensive, like, oh, if you want to see, just have a look at Rumraway pictures, you can go to Rumraway's page. You just want to look at Russami's pictures, just go to her page and look at Russami. So it's an easy way for people to just keep in contact with their elephant, but it's also enough work at this stage to do that. We are so small that it's impossible for us to branch out too much because we just don't have the time.
Elephants are the largest land mammals on Earth. Even though their natural habitat has become restricted, elephants are known and loved by people all over the world, like Michelle, Awa, Lexi, their friends who live all over the globe, and us. Elephants have brought us together and turned us into a very large extended family of elephant lovers who must collectively help these noble giants get through whatever crisis they experience. The way ahead for elephants may be full of so many obstacles that have yet to arise. Human beings have always been manipulating the elephant's natural habitat. What if the day comes when wild elephants no longer have access to their food sources and natural zones, and domestic elephants end up invading other people's properties? That may be nature's warning that elephants may not be the only living creatures facing extinction.